For one dinosaur standing on a humid Cretaceous shoreline, the end of the world didn't arrive with a roar. It began as a bright, impossible star hanging low over the horizon, and then the sky itself fell. 66 million years ago, a mountain-sized asteroid slammed into what is now Mexico at breathtaking speed, releasing more energy in a heartbeat than all nuclear weapons ever built put together. In a geological instant, it gouged out the Chicxulub crater and triggered earthquakes, megatsunamis, and firestorms that swept across continents. For decades, this moment has been described as the day the dinosaurs died, a single catastrophic heartbeat that ended a 165 million year dynasty. But was it really that simple? Did almost every dinosaur on Earth die in the first minutes and hours after impact? Or did some cling to life in hidden corners of the planet? In this video, we're going to rewind that day, follow the aftermath step by step, and ask a deceptively simple question. How long did the dinosaurs actually survive after the asteroid hit? Chapter 1. First seconds after impact. In the first seconds after impact, the asteroid didn't just hit Earth. It punched straight through the crust, turning rock, water, and air into a column of vapor that blasted into space. A shockwave raced outwards faster than sound, flattening everything for hundreds of kilometers around the crater. Anything unlucky enough to be close by, dinosaurs, forests, whole coastal ecosystems, was erased so completely that almost no trace of them remains today. This object was roughly 10 kilometers wide, moving more than 20 times faster than a rifle bullet. In a single heartbeat, it released as much energy as billions of ordinary bombs, enough to melt rock and ignite the atmosphere. From orbit, the sight would have glowed like a small star. On the ground, there was no time to look up, no time to understand what was happening. Within minutes, the ground on the other side of the planet was trembling. Earthquakes rippled through the crust, some likely stronger than any recorded in human history. Walls of water began racing away from the impact site as mega-tsunamis surged across ancient oceans, towering higher than city buildings and grinding coastlines to rubble. For dinosaurs living nearer the blast, there was no drawn-out drama, no chance to run. The world simply ended. But for those far from the crater, the real danger wasn't the first strike. It was everything that came next: the fire in the sky, the choking air, and a planet about to turn against them all at once. Chapter 2. First 24 hours. By the end of the first hour, the catastrophe had gone truly global. When the asteroid struck, it hurled enormous amounts of vaporized rock and molten droplets far above the atmosphere. For a moment, that material was hotter than the surface of the sun. Then gravity called it back. Across the planet, the sky began to rain fire. Glassy particles screamed through the air, heating the atmosphere as they fell. From the ground, it wouldn't have looked like a gentle meteor shower. It would have looked like the heavens turning into a furnace. Surface temperatures rose, forests ignited, and animals caught in the open were baked where they stood. In many regions, especially around the Western Hemisphere, countless dinosaurs died in minutes to hours. Not from the initial blast, but from the superheated air and the wildfires that followed. Yet even on this day, not every dinosaur died. Those hiding in burrows, deep lakes, dense forests, or sheltered valleys may have made it through the first night on a wounded Earth. Chapter 3. Weeks to years. The dinosaurs that survived the first day did not wake to a normal sunrise. In the weeks that followed, the danger was no longer fire, but darkness. Dust, soot, and chemicals from the blast spread high into the atmosphere and wrapped the planet in a veil. Sunlight dimmed, and the sky turned into a dull twilight over much of the world. With less light reaching the surface, plants stopped growing. Many died, others never recovered from the fires. Forests thinned, and the green landscapes dinosaurs depended on began to fade. This was the start of an impact winter, a global chill triggered not by spreading ice, but by the asteroid's shadow, cutting off energy from the sun. For plant-eating dinosaurs, it became a slow-motion disaster. Big herbivores that needed huge amounts of leaves suddenly lived in a world where every mouthful was scarce. Smaller species might have scraped by a little longer on roots, seeds, and a few stubborn patches of vegetation. Meat-eaters endured by scavenging the dead, but even that supply shrank as the years of cold and darkness dragged on. Chapter 4. Decades to millennia. As the dust of the impact winter slowly settled, the real haunting mystery truly begins. How long did the very last dinosaurs actually survive? Many scientists argue that non-avian dinosaurs vanished in a geological blink, gone within years or decades as the food web collapsed around them. In that view, almost every surviving lineage ends within a short, brutal window. But not everyone agrees it was that fast. Some studies suggest that small, scattered populations may have hung on in remote refuges for thousands of years, their numbers shrinking generation after generation. A few controversial fossil sites in parts of North America have been interpreted as dinosaurs persisting beyond the impact horizon, walking a world already beginning to recover. Most paleontologists are cautious about these claims. Bones can be eroded from older rocks and reburied in younger layers, creating the illusion of zombie dinosaurs living far beyond their true extinction. Yet the debate itself reveals how hard it is to pinpoint the last individual. Somewhere in a forested valley or coastal swamp, a small group of dinosaurs may have watched the old world fade away long after the asteroid struck. Chapter 5: What We Know. Did dinosaurs die instantly when the asteroid hit? For countless animals near the impact, the answer is yes. They were vaporized, crushed, or burned in the first awful minutes and hours of the catastrophe. But for others, the end was slower. Some survived the firestorm, endured the freezing darkness, and watched their world unravel over years. Most researchers agree that non-avian dinosaurs never recovered. Their ecosystems collapsed, and eventually the last scattered pockets vanished, leaving only their avian relatives, the birds, to carry their legacy into the modern world. Every pigeon, eagle, and hummingbird is a reminder of that impact and the dynasty it ended. If you enjoyed this video, tap like, share it with a friend who loves dinosaurs, and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into Earth's strangest extinctions.